Hi, my name is Marissa Seaforth. I'm submitting my critical assignment for Kin 303 Foundations of Kinesiology. My chosen career that I have chosen to pick after completion of my bachelor's in kinesiology will be applying to a master's program in the physician's assistant realm. It is a master's program. The definition of a PA is a specifically trained person who is certified to provide basic medical services as the diagnosis and treatment of common ailments, usually under the supervision of a licensed physician. I felt like when I retired from the Navy after 22 years that this is what I wanted to do when I was a civilian. And becoming a PA was the most logical career out there that would allow me to do all the same things that I did while I was in the Navy. I love patient care. I love trying to figure out what's going on with the body when someone comes in and they are hurt or sick. I love being able to treat them medically and help them get better when they're sick, whether that's either referring them to a higher echelon of care or me being able to take care of them all on my own. I've always loved patient care. The educational requirements for becoming a physician assistant is a bachelor's degree from a regionally accredited U.S. institution with a minimum overall GPA of 3.2. Prerequisites completed with a C or better. These include human anatomy and physiology 1 and 2 at the lab, general chemistry with lab 1 and 2, microbiology with the lab, genetics, psychology, whether that be general, developmental, or abnormal, mathematics, college algebra, pre-calculus, calculus, or statistics, English writing, 6 to 8 semester hours, social sciences, and then they also have some recommended additional courses that would obviously help out. Those would include biochemistry, molecular biology, statistics, and medical terminology. Some of the barriers of entry for the PA program I would see are the statistical chances of getting into PA school in Southern California is approximately 46% if you apply to all PA schools. There's approximately 6 PA schools in Southern California, so that's a 54% rate of students that don't get accepted their first time. That's pretty high. Not having all the requirements completed could hold you back as a student. Also not completing the required 1,000 hours of patient care experience that you need prior to even getting into the program. Also not having the required letters of recommendation, which are 3 recommendations. And then also things that could hold you back is the cost of PA school. So depending where you get accepted, this could keep a student from getting into this master's program. And I say this because I attend a private university right now, which is California Baptist. So private university versus public university. So some of the current trends are research conducted by the AAPA and published this month in Women's Health Issues found that female PAs are compensated 89 cents for every dollar men are compensated. Although this is an 11% disparity, it's less than the national average of 82 cents per dollar, most recently reported by the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. The American Academy of PAs has released the 2017 AAPA salary report, the only PA salary resources that provides detailed information about base salary, base hourly wage, bonuses, and benefits. One of the significant findings in this year's report is that the PA base salaries are higher in states that have eliminated one of 2 key barriers getting into the PA practice. PA salaries that appear to be lower in some states can be a barrier, such as South Dakota, Mississippi, and Ohio, or just to name a few. Being a PA ranked 3rd in the U.S. news and World Report's 2017's Best Healthcare Job List, which is a great thing. The magazine says many of this year's best healthcare jobs are also among the best jobs overall. Top media outlet like Forbes, USA Today, and Money continually name being a PA as one of the most promising jobs in America. The demand for PAs increased more than 300% since 2011. Reports healthcare search firm Merritt Hawkins reported this percentage. As of January of 2017, there are more than 115,500 certified PAs in the U.S. who interacted with patients upwards of 350 million times annually. The placement rate of PAs and nurse practitioners increased significantly for the fourth consecutive year, reports the Medicus firm, a national search firm specializing in permanent placement of PAs, physicians, and nurse practitioners. The Medicus firm's annual placement summary report is based on the hiring activity of more than 250 healthcare employers nationally and hundreds of provider placements. According to the report, placements of PAs and NPs have grown steadily since 2012, when only 1.32% of placements were NPs and PAs. In 2016, placements comprised 12% of total provider placements, up from 8.3% in 2015. PAs were the second most frequently placed provider, and NPs were also among the top 10 providers. My current qualifications. So I'm currently enrolled in the Bachelor's of Science in Kinesiology at California Baptist University. I currently carry a GPA of 3.2, cumulative. I will graduate in May of 2019 with all my prerequisites completed for entry into an accredited PA program. I have already completed my 1,000 hours of patient contact hours, and this was done through the military. So fortunately, I've had the great blessing of being able to complete this prior to my entry into California Baptist University. I have 2 of my 3 letters of recommendation, and I'm also basic life support certification has been completed. How and why would make a good fit? Well, when I was on active duty, I was an independent duty corpsman. Being an independent duty corpsman, I was trained to work independently as a corpsman of any doctors or other physician's assistants. I went through rigorous training of didactic and clinical rotations, which allowed me to see, diagnose, and treat active duty Marines and sailors between the ages of 18 and 45. In addition, I have extensive training and worldwide experience dealing with real-life trauma patients in war-type settings, which allowed me to gain a ton of personal and professional experience. I worked as an independent duty corpsman for more than 10 years. In the military is where I found my passion for medicine, and this has ultimately led me to this profession. In addition, as a civilian, I've spent time working in-home with various number of patients with different disorders and medical problems. Different ways that I feel I can make myself more marketable. Completing my bachelor's degree, which I am already set to graduate in May of next year. Maintaining the highest GPA possible, and this is not just me, but anybody that's planning on applying into a master's of physician's assistant program. The next thing would be gain experience either working or volunteering in healthcare settings. Apply to an ARCPA accredited physician assistant program, which California Baptist University is ARCPA accredited, and all of the other institutions in Southern California that have PA master's programs are also ARCPA accredited. complete a 2-year master's level PA program, and then afterwards passing what's called the PANCE license examination. So that will complete my my presentation, and thank you for watching.